And the prisoner. She couldn't get out, could she?
You're on a path. You're
Yes,
here
yes,
to
yes. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go in, she will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the
knife and do what you're
supposed
supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Yep.
No, I didn't. Wink.
No, I didn't.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I will proceed to the cabin. Should I grab the knife or should I not? What the hell?
Of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat.
I don't care about the mirror. Let's just keep
A
going.
few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold.
Actually, we'll go to the mirrors. Maybe there's be a different comment.
Wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do
this
right.
The blade is my implement. I was born to wield the blade. I was molded by it. Anyway, approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't... What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror? I guess the skeptic isn't going to say anything.
The cabin wall. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Alright, let's just take the blade, and then we'll save first. And now we take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
In any case, let's go through.
Oh dear. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah, she might cut us apart after all.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here,
slimy moss.
Be doing her a favor.
Why isn't there a rail? A wooden rail or anything? Slimy moss? That just... Oh, that brings me back to a time when I had to walk across a stone stairs and it was all moss. I kept slipping on them, for crying out loud. I could barely climb up the thing because the moss was so wet after a rain. It wasn't inside, mind you. The moss was so wet. I kept slipping on the damn thing. I hate it so much.
Her voice,
I hate moss's steps.
Controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear?
Yep,
Please,
it's me, princess.
Come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Well, you'll be surprised with who it is.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Are we not the first?
I know, I'm pretty sure we're the first.
You walk down
what the hell?
And lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly
that's new.
as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Wow, I did not expect this. She looks like a chained dog, for crying out loud.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Yeah, how are we supposed to lure her out now?
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Will they? I'm not entirely sure.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Or maybe we have to chain ourselves to that? Around our waist?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Should I? Are you sure you want to? I'm not sure I need to do much. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Nah, let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
or...
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Well, I was hoping to help you out, but apparently this will be a lot harder than before. Are you sure you don't remember?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here.
Yes.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the
No,
entire
I forgot
world
to
from
save,
being
to be
damned
honest.
oblivion.
But I can't go back. Can I? No, I guess not.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just... good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
I don't think so.
And
I don't really care.
maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Pathetic. I can't copy that voice, because my voice is so hoarse.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems
Yes,
like we
but
should
you
take
can't
ourselves lucky.
remember what happened before that before, or the before that before. So in which case, you may be more special than the narrator, but you're not as special as me or the whatever entity that is that I keep meeting.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
No.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's more fun that
The
way.
more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
But look, she's just getting more
Your
impatient.
success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
No, my success on freeing on her.
I won't.
Blah. My English bad.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Let's go.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm not daydreaming. Unless I'm actually daydreaming and, hallucinating the narrator. I'm actually delusional, aren't I? What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Oh, you have no idea.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
The other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Sure, I always wanted to get into that dungeon, S&M thing.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Okay, well now I really want to put those chains on. Just to spite him. Inspect shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Well, I will. The more you say I wouldn't, the more I say I will.
And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
I can do whatever I want.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
This is all a comedic point in time where we just put our hand around this shackle and then all of a sudden it locks. And now we both had to sit there and starve.
But what if he's telling the truth?
Probably, but who cares?
He isn't. I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
I bet the princess will be angry too.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Look, even the prince, you can see the princess' face. She's so mad right now.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
This is a series of comedic situations here.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Become your own jailer.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
I mean, I find it to be funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
I guess, talk about our favorite anime, I guess? I haven't had that. Actually, I haven't been watching anime for a while. Not after, one of the novels got snubbed. Really kind of sucks how that became so bad, the anime.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
horrible.
we'll starve.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Yeah.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So, we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Another me! Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Did you know this is gonna happen to me? I guess
You
we'll
and the
wait in
princess
silence.
Wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
I don't know. I'm satisfied. I knew exactly what was going to happen and I did it anyway.
There must be something we can do to get out of here.
And so long as the narrator's mad, I'm satisfied.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It blade isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Your very existence is a threat.
How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
So,
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing.
how was your day?
The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Well, I do.
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us...
I mean, time flies by fast when you're having fun.
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
Well, where'd the knife go?
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly, there are no walls.
Suddenly? More like the artist kind of gave up, didn't want to add any ceilings, I guess.
And I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Yeah, so I guess that's it.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have a blanket. Yeah, I don't know if... I'm just gonna load that. Alright, what would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife.
Again? Really?
Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
Okay.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows. Oh, please.
She's gonna
just
kill
don't
herself,
wanna
isn't she?
disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Yeah, I don't know. The pros are that she escapes, but you know, if I die, I die. And we get a third chapter.
Him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
You realize that I have as much reason to trust you as you have to trust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten you killed me with it. I can cut you out of here, I'm not giving you a weapon. Yeah, okay, I'm trusting you.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
What? No.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you? Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, already tried to take over your body.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing?
Yeah, I figured she was going to do that. Close your eyes, kids.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Ugh. Look away.
No.
Watch an uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, her smile unwavering as she soars through skin.
Yeah, that's not a smile, my guy.
At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. How does she do that?
I don't know, to put herself out of her misery, or maybe she wants me to take her head out the building.
Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap.
Yeah, she's dead.
Eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free.
Well, that wasn't
Bounces a few
uncomfortable
times
at all.
before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Nah, well, if she wants us to, I
The
guess.
princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead.
Congratulations, you saved the world. Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Yeah,
We should
that's
take
just-
her with us, don't you think?
Yeah,
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I mean, it's to prove that you killed the princess, of course. Wink.
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
I don't know, that's a little bit mean, don't you think?
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Well, let's just grab the princess and leave then.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids, then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
Oh, sounds like something must have been running in the background while the voice actor was speaking into that, apparently.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself?
Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Yeah, very well played. Wow, you have you're a very brutal woman, I must say.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone? But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Now what?
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
But you do not get a chance to respond, nor will we ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? And there's that mirror again.
Going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Nah.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Not the end. Whatever on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so. Feels too good to be true.
Approach the mirror. Oh wow, I look very much different. What the hell? You withered. Yeah, certainly. What the hell? Find yourself in the long and quiet room once again. Proceed to the cabin. Here we are.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay, but now what? You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
What are you, supposed to be God? It does not matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, I find killing you to be fun. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. It is. Yes, I am a very sadistic person. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what to say. What this says about me must be a psychopath kind of thinking. Psychopath.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Well, what do you... Should I kill you? I don't want to do that.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
You know that would suck? Just nurturing someone, you know, watching them grow and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you decide to kill him, and then he doesn't really hate you, he just accepts it. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you want? I'm pretty sure I already talked about that. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Yeah, okay. What do you think?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
I don't want to go back anymore. I want to stay here forever.
If you need time, then I will wait with you.
Nah.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
You know, I gotta say, this is a pretty well written story. I do actually kind of like stories like these, despite how scary they can be. Honestly, they're like undeath stories where you never exist, as stories where you exist forever and you have to wait. I think Doctor Who did this at one point, or several times, back when they were great. Like, Doctor Who, like, explored this many times, and it was both heartbreaking and just amazing to watch at the same time. I can't remember the proper word for it, but
You'll always come
you know,
back to the box.
Doctor Who is a very tragic
Means to be you.
show, to be honest.
will be
I don't really
waiting
like
by
the
your side
newer ones.
until you're ready to return to mine.
A what? I'm sorry? Hello? Did she just... Did the game just close itself? Excuse me? Hatching? Sir? Sir? Why are you excuse me?
20 minutes later.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I
Ah.
never left your side.
Come on. Let me show you. It really did. It really did. It really did close itself. Those are fun games. Alright, so we're finally back to the game. Alright. Attack entity, destroy your body. I don't know what those do. Anyway, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yeah, that voice. I really like this voice actor. It's probably the same voice actor. I don't know. I'll have to check the credits. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. Bring the prisoner's head to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And
You know,
in the basement of that cabin,
Let's go full simp.
is a princess. You're here to
Simp
slay her.
mode.
If
Engage.
you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I've been through the end of the world several times. It's not that bad. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? I'm not a monarchist. I'm not a communist, but I'm not a monarchist. I can tell you that. We will become the smitten. No, we will not be that smitten. That guy's a little loopy, if you ask me. I'm not doing that.
Serious? No, you have to do it.
No, I won't. Yep. Have you ever considered that maybe I'm okay with the end of the world? I mean, come on, man. I've been through it several
Yes, I
times.
haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I mean, come on, man. You may not remember this, but I do. And in the world, ain't that bad. There's a woman with a pretty voice.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I mean, there's just. How do I know there's actual people here? I'm not convinced. You're the narrator, so you should know if there's actual people or not. In any case, I'm going to talk to her. Sweet. Alright, well, I'm going to go talk to her. And if she's bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to
I guess
face.
we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning: if you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Oh yeah, I think I saw in one of the pics before. She becomes some kind of beast, and I wonder how you can get to that point.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I'm pretty sure only you are doomed. I mean, I might die for like the dozenth time, but you know, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, I'm pretty sure he doesn't. We're not here to slay her or anything. Yeah, for the moment. We might do that again later. Alright, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the blade is your...
Should I? We'll save. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Yes,
The air
yes,
feels
yes. We've heard
a
this all
voice
before.
Softly carried.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ah, apparently going simp mode makes her meek.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Who cares? I'm going full simp mode.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
And now all of a sudden I don't feel like going simp mode.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I'm feeling less simpy by the minute.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I mean, you know what they say, like, poisonous frog. Not venomous. A poisonous frog. I think a frog may look beautiful, but, you know, it might be poisonous if it's colorful.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Yes, yes, yes. The world will end. Just, you know, we'll wait for that later.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
And ever?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Not really. I didn't really bring anything. In hindsight, I probably should have brought the knife, but I saved the game, so I'll go back there and get it later.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I mean, maybe if we broke her wrist, we could probably get it out. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, I'm not. You are. For bringing me here.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope. Don't have a key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to...
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Other than, I don't know, breaking your wrist?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
I mean, I could search for a rock outside. I doubt that would be able to be enough to break it.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
I'm not sure about that.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
It's fine. We've already done it
If we
before.
were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we
Yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah, we
nonchalant
were
to attempt
talk-
to make your way out of the basement.
Oh,
but
the door's
door's
locked.
someone else here.
Try the
We tried
door.
but it's
Hey, let me out
shouts
here.
and pleas are met with silence.
It's silence again. I'll get him next time. One day I'll be able to get that guy. Darn you, silence.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Well, there's no knife, so I think you may have screwed yourself, narrator.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
I mean, it would have, but, you know, life's not easy.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic.
So let's go
rising
ahead
in
and break that
Princess's
wrist.
voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have super strength, but yeah.
She barely hesitates
Ugh.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination
Ugh.
of a trapped wolf.
Oh, oh, yeah, oh,
As
yeesh.
she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Yep, let me just get the arm
Or
for you.
could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
And save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Look at that blood on her mouth.
You cut into her flesh.
Ah, it's just tomato sauce.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Yeah, it's just
Her
tomato
legs fall to the
sauce.
ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Yeah, that's just tomato sauce, and that's spaghetti. That looks like a hand.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
I would have uttered a sound.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours.
See, look at that
blood
adorable
from her
face,
wounded
like
arm
she ate a
dripping
bunch of
rhythmically
spaghetti.
to the ground.
She likes spaghetti.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Well, I gotta be perfectly honest with you. When I was going through a lot of pain, at one point I was just smiling like crazy because of the. I think I was going crazy at some point because when you're in a lot of pain, there's only a few things you can do: either scream, or try not to scream, but smile like a madman for whatever reason.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yep, let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just.
You're
As
gonna
the
do that
princess
again, aren't you?
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
That's not very nice.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Let's see here. I guess we'll warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I mean, I'm trying not to, but I don't know, man.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't know, narrator. You're kind of mean. I'm gonna resist.
Blade. Move the blade.
I mean, I'll probably do it again next time. I mean, maybe if we stab her in the back, I might get something.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Okay, so help me.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just
I'm
letting her
sorry.
take the blade.
I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it
Ouch.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
You're very bad at this, but you know, it's your first time, so I guess we'll let it go.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have
Well, I
literally
wouldn't say it's a heroic
everyone.
gesture, but yeah, I mean, kind of like you don't want to show it to a cute girl, do you?
Whatever. She sinks the blade
That would
into
that
your
would be
chest
embarrassing,
again,
just like
again,
screaming in agony
again.
to some
You feel every inch
in front of someone.
burning pain that slices
I don't
its
even know what
way
I'm saying.
into your body.
Yeah, it's quite painful. No, it isn't.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
This is kind of comedic, to be
She doesn't know
honest.
how to use a knife, does she?
Well, I mean, it's her first time stabbing into people. There's bones in the way,
Apparently
and we
not.
kind of have
Doesn't
scales.
matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab
If
wound is still
anything, it's
stab
a
wound.
shock,
It won't be long
a
before
complete
you
shock to
bleed.
me that she hasn't even been able to do any damage in the previous playthroughs at all.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to be. This was expected. Narrator's mean.
One last thrust of the knife. Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The prince, it can't just end like this, right?
It's not. We've just gotta start again in the next one.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
No, it's not.
Everything goes dark.